Juan Pablo Montoya, you guys. My God, you have won the Indy 500, the Rolex 24-hour Daytona, the Monaco Grand Prix, and you're racing back with NASCAR with Team Earnhardt Ganassi Racing with Felix Abates?
Yeah, with a Target car.
Is there anything you don't do?
No, I've been pretty much in road racing and everything.
It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
So he comes in, he's all sweaty, and I go, what are you doing? You're all sweaty. And he says, tell me what you were doing.
Scaring people off. You know, the Chevy outside, you know, like where you can go and drive around the cars. We were taking, I was in our Corvette CR1, just scaring the hell out of people.
Don't you love that? I'm scaring the hell out of people around the corner here for the
fun.
ZL1. A Corvette, the ZR1, ZL1?
Yeah, CR1.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. We take all the electronics off and
Turn the electronics off, okay.
and you just drift and, you know, just slide. And
So,
fun.
can people get in line to go do that out here?
Yeah, people like right out here. Just come out of straight down there, and you can go and do it. You can drive all kinds of cars. It's funny because I told one guy, he's like, "Look, I'm scaring the hell out of you in a CR1, and I drive a Volt at home."
Do you drive a Volt? He drives a Volt at home, this guy.
I do.
Talking to Juan Pablo Montoya. I mean, what a great guy this is. I mean, this is. Say it again. He says, take out Jimmy Johnson.
I like Jimmy. Jimmy's okay.
You know what's funny? That's what's good about it. These guys are all friends. Kevin Harvick was just here a little bit ago, and you guys are both 37 years old.
Yep.
You know, Kevin just had a new, what is it, a 4-month-old baby, right?
Something like that, yeah.
You've got 3 kids?
I got 3 kids. I got a boy 7, a girl 6 and 2.
What are their names?
Sebastian, Paulina, and Manuela.
Nice. And your wife's name?
Connie.
And how long have you been married?
10.
How does she put up with all the travel and all that? Where's home?
Home in Miami.
Miami.
But I still wonder how she keeps up with me.
Yeah. Does she travel with you a lot?
She used to. Nowadays, no. You know,
Yeah.
nowadays kids are in school and stuff,
Right.
so no.
So you're working now with Earnhardt Ganassi Racing, driving number 42 Target Chevrolet.
Yep.
You've driven all these different types of race cars
Yeah.
in different circuits. What is your favorite?
When you run well, you like it.
Doesn't matter then.
Doesn't matter. There's been tracks that I hate, and you go there and you run great, and also you love them.
So what's the worst track you've driven on that you just hate going there?
Um,
Dover Downs, he says.
No, Dover is actually a cool place. Actually, I came from open wheel, and open wheel has a lot of grip there. You know, I came actually from Formula One. I was 6 years in Formula One, so when I came back, you know, well, I decided to come to NASCAR. At the beginning, it was really hard because the cars move around a lot. They slide around a lot compared with, with a Formula One car. And the first time I actually felt like grip and you could actually drive the car and hustle it and push it and everything was at Dover.
Yeah.
There you go.
Where's that guy? He needs to come up here and host this thing. He's doing a better job. So, now, NASCAR.
Yeah.
Things are going to be changing a little bit.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. I'm excited.
So how does that change for you as the driver? I mean, do you feel that much difference, or is a car when
Well,
it's in
it really depends
NASCAR?
what the rules are. You know, NASCAR is trying to define the rules right now, how much downforce they're going to have. You know what I mean? So you got to wait until the final packages is there to see how the car is. But, I mean, for looks, next year's car, it's really cool.
Yeah. So when you drive F1,
Yeah.
and you go from F1 open wheel racing where you cannot touch to this wild and crazy, being able to, really get into it.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy being able to rubber?
Yeah, you can rubber. The thing that you gotta be like in Formula One, you could touch, and there's people don't pay back there, because when you touch, you normally damage something,
Right.
and the car. Here you gotta. If you really want to wreck somebody, you really gotta wreck them. People say in NASCAR that you gotta knock their battery out. Hit them hard, they gotta hit the wall hard enough where they knock the battery out so they can't get you back.
Hold on a second. You are learning. This is the inside track, Juan.
This is what they
Montoya.
told me.
He
I don't
says
know.
you got to
That's what
hit
they
the
told me.
battery. You got to knock the battery out.
That's what they told
I
me.
love
yeah.
it. It's like you got to hit him in an uppercut right here.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
So it's, you learn there's a lot of give and take, especially early in the races. Late in the races, everybody's going at it all the time.
So working with Chevrolet,
Yep.
Ganassi and Teresa Earnhardt, and your partners there, Give us a little inside story. What's it like? What's that world like?
Well, there's two sides. One is the racing side where you got all the meetings and all the testing. And, people think as a race car driver, you go race the weekends and the rest is fun. We're testing, we're doing a lot of events. The other side is all the PR work like here. I'll tell you, Chevy, working with Chevy, it's a lot of fun for me. Because every time we do events with them, it's always fun. It's always either here, I've been to Milford, to the Proving Grounds. They have one of the best trucks.
How do you like that?
Yeah.
Oh, only he and I know what that means.
Exactly. We
Yeah,
know, I mean,
What do they call that? The bowl?
Yeah, the ball. It's.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
this is where you throw up and it goes out the window.
Yeah, it goes that way. Yeah, that truck is pretty amazing. So when you go to events like the other thing we've done Bondurant as well, for example. And
Have you been out with Bob Bondurant?
Yeah.
The guy's an animal, right?
Not
I mean, what's
really.
he, 800 years old.
I know he's a little more, I think.
Yeah,
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
But I think I'm a little more out of control than him.
Yeah, well, as you should be.
I am.
You're
Actually.
younger. The guy
Yeah, I
has
do
no
have
feet.
issues.
So, Team Target.
Yeah.
So we talked about the fun part. Now the business part.
Yeah.
You got a lot on your shoulders when you represent big brands like Chevrolet and Target.
Yeah, and all their partners. Yeah,
Right.
It's hard. But it's great. They're great partners. We do a lot of events with them. With Target, one of the cool things is we do a lot of events, like big events. This year was their 50th year, for example, and that was a big deal. They did a really cool party in New York. Party in New York, a ton of people. Like Alicia Keys sang the happy birthday, for example.
Wow.
Yeah, they do. So you end up doing a lot of cool events.
Right.
Same thing with Chevrolet. It's always cool.
Where did you start? Juan Pablo Montoya.
I
the
grew
guy's
up in
done
Colombia.
everything. In Colombia?
I grew up in Colombia, raced go-karts for 14 years.
But where? Go further back.
Yeah.
Who's the 5-year-old Juan Pablo Montoya? The 10-year-old? Where did you get your love affair with cars and racing?
My dad used to race go-karts.
Okay.
So even when I was like a year old, I used to go to the races. He used to sit me in his lap and take me around pretty slow just for fun. And after that, I got into racing. And the cool thing for me racing, it's always been a hobby. It's my job, but it's always been my passion. And to be able to do what we do every week and as dedicated as you are and push as hard as we push, you got to love it. If you don't love it, you shouldn't be driving it.
Look into the future ball. Juan Pablo Montoya, 20 years from now. When you're 50 some odd years, all the championships are behind you. Do you see yourself as a team owner? Do you see yourself as a grandfather? Where do you see yourself in 20 years?
No idea. If you tell me 2 years from now, I don't know. It's hard.
I have no idea.
I don't. Think about it. We start, like, our year, racing-wise, starts in February, ends in November, get 2 weekends off. Then all January is testing on 24 hours, and December is Christmas parties and stuff. So I really get probably 4 weekends off in the whole year.
Yeah.
And the rest we're working. So you don't even have time to think. Oh, you know what I mean? It's like we go, season's finished, then I go to Colombia. We do a charity golf tournament for our foundation in Colombia.
You golf too.
I'm a big golfer.
He's a big golfer on top of everything else, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, one clapper. We got one clap for you. Two.
There you go, 2.
3.
There you
3
go.
claps.
For my golf game.
What's your handicap, he says?
It's like a 5 or 6.
15, man.
Yeah, let's bet some money, 15.
All right. Well, listen.
Hey, thank you
Best
very much.
of luck to you. Everybody, Juan Pablo Montoya.
Thank you, guys. Have a great time.